Good morning. Today we're still completing the geometry chapter number 15. We have today the third lesson, which is quadrilateral, pages 348 and 349. The word quadrilateral, we mentioned it before, do you remember? When we explained the polygons, we said that I'm naming my polygon according to the number of sides. If there are three sides, so it will be triangle. And we explained the triangle. Then we said if there are four sides in the polygon, so it will be quadrilateral. And this is our lesson today. So the quadrilaterals are polygons with four sides. Let's see what are the types of the quadrilaterals. The first type of the quadrilaterals, we call it parallelogram. From its name, it has a specific property, which is what it has two pairs of parallel lines. First, what mean parallel lines? For example, this line and this line, they are parallel. Why I said they are parallel? Because if you extend them, they will never meet together. So the parallel lines, it means two lines. If you extend them, they will never intersect or meet together. This is the meaning of the parallel line. Here, in our parallelogram, I have two pairs of parallel lines. What mean two pairs? It means here two parallel and here also two parallel. Two and two, it means two pairs. So the first property for the parallelogram, it has two pairs of parallel line. The second property that each two opposite sides are equal. It means this one and this one are equal. This one and this one are also equal. So each two opposite sides are equal in the length. Now let's see another quadrilateral and also explain the properties of it. Here the rectangle. The rectangle, it's a parallelogram. And why I said it's a parallelogram? Because it has the same main property, that each two opposite sides are parallel to each other. This one and this one parallel. Here also this one and this one parallel. So it has a pair of parallel lines like the parallelogram. Also, each two opposite sides are equal. So this one and this one equal to each other. This one and this one equal to each other. But till now, it is the same like the parallelogram. So what is the difference? That here I have four right angles. So the rectangle has the same properties like the parallelogram, except that I have in the rectangle the four angles are right angles. Now let's see another quadrilateral. The square. What do we know about the square? The square also, it's a parallelogram. Once you hear it's a parallelogram, directly in your mind, you know what? That we have a pair of parallel sides. So this one parallel to this one and this one parallel to this one. It means if you extend like this, they will not meet. So the second property here, which is common between the square and the rectangle, that we have four right angles for the square. So the first property, we have a pair of parallel lines. The second property, the square, it has four right angles. The third property, which is different than the parallelogram and the rectangle, that the four sides are equal. The four sides are equal, not each two. The four sides are equal. Then let's see quadrilateral number 4, which is trapezoid. Before the trapezoid, let me explain for you this one, the rhombus. What can we see in the rhombus? The rhombus is a parallelogram. And once we say parallelogram, it means what? Each two opposite sides are parallel to each other. This parallel to this. This one parallel to this one. And the rhombus, like the square, in what? That each two sides are equal in size. This one equal to this one. this one equal to this one. But is it like the square that I have 4 right angles? No, no right angles in my rhombus. Now, the last quadrilateral, which is trapezoid. Trapezoid is not a parallelogram. So what does mean? The parallelogram, we said it has a pair of parallel lines. Trapezoid is not a parallelogram. Why? Because I have just one pair of parallel lines, not two pairs. So these two lines are parallel, but these two lines, this one and this one, are not parallel. Why they are not parallel? If you extend them, they will meet in a point, intersect in a point. So they are not parallel. So the trapezoid has just two parallel lines. The other two sides are not parallel to each other. Do I have here right angles? No, I don't have a right angle. Okay, so now we said all the types of the parallelogram, but we still all the sides of the quadrilaterals, but we still want to mention something. The quadrilaterals, the trapezoid is alone in a group. That's why we put it here outside this shape, the pink shape. Why? Because the trapezoid has something which is totally different from the rest, that I have in it just two sides are parallel, these two sides. The other two sides are not. But the rest of the quadrilaterals, all of them, they have what? Two pairs of parallel lines. Like what? Like the parallelogram. Here it is. Also, the rectangle, these two are parallel, these two are parallel. The square, these two are parallel, these two are parallel. The rhombus, these two are parallel, these two are parallel. So all of them can be in a group called the parallelogram group. The trapezoid is alone because the trapezoid is totally different from them. Let's see how can we solve the questions. Question number 1 from your book, the practice part. Which figures are trapezoid? We said the trapezoid, it has just one pair of parallel lines. Like what? Here, this one. These two lines are parallel, but these two lines, if you extend them, they will meet, they are not parallel. So this one is a trapezoid. What else? Number B, is it a trapezoid? No. C, yes, C is a trapezoid. D, is it a trapezoid? No. Let's go to another one. Which figures are rhombus? Let's see here. What are the characteristics of the rhombus? We said the rhombus, we have two pairs of parallel lines. All of them here they have. We said also for the rhombus, it's like the square. All the sides are equal. So which one? I think now you can get it. Yes. B. Number 3. Which figures are squares? Also the squares. All the sides are equal. Each two opposite sides are parallel and equal. And we have one more characteristic which is important for the square, that I have in it what? 4 right angles. So this one, letter A. The next, complete the sentence or the answer, or answer the question. Question number 4. A quadrilateral has exactly how many angles in the quadrilateral? Draw any quadrilateral, any 4 sides, and count. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have exactly 4 angles. Number 5. What's special about a quadrilateral that's also a parallelogram? We said what is special about any quadrilateral which is a parallelogram? That we have what? 2 pairs of parallel lines. Any quadrilateral that I can call it parallelogram, must have what? Two pairs of parallel lines. Let's see the problem solving. Question number 8. The perimeter of a rectangle is 22 inches. The area is 24 square inches. What are the dimensions of the rectangle? How can we think here? Here I have the perimeter 22. The area is 24. And we want to get the dimensions. It means the sides, the measure of the sides of the rectangle. Here is the rectangle. The perimeter is 22. The area is 24. This is the information that we have. But we have some information that we know about the rectangle. Let's remember them. They might help us. We said the rectangle, each two opposite sides are equal. It means this one and this one, they are equal. This one and this one, they are equal. How this can help me? Do you know how can I get the perimeter of this square or this rectangle? By adding the four sides. Yes, it means the half of the perimeter. Give me what here in this picture? Give me this part and this part just. So this side plus this side is what? If the perimeter is 22, so half of 22 is 11. So these two sides together, the green part is 11. Why? Because the 4 are 12. So the half of it is 11. Okay. So what is the two number? If you add them, you will get 11. I want to know this one and this side. What are the two numbers? If I add them, will give me 11 because the half of the perimeter here 11. And what is the area? The area is this side multiply this side. So if you multiply the two numbers, for example, this one I call it A, this one I call it B. A plus B, we said it's 11. This is from the perimeter. A multiply B from the area will give me 24. So I want to know A and B. Can you guess what are the two numbers? If you add them, you will get 11. If you multiply them, you will get 24. Let's try. How to get 24? Multiply what by what? 2 multiply 12. But if I add 2 and the 12, I will get 14. I want 11 just, so not correct. Then 3 times 8 will give me 24. If I add them, I will get 11. Yes, I will get 11. So it means 3 inch and 8 inch. This is the two dimensions. Thank you so much for listening.